Hello everybody, here's Cosnime, and I'm back with more danganronpa. So, last time we finished the whole investigation of when he came with Nagito. I'm pretty sure the killer is Nagito, although I'm pretty sure also that there has to be more to it. Nagito will just not kill himself. There has to be something more. And it's exactly that I'm gonna have to find out. And honestly, I am kinda scared. Anyway, let us continue, shall we? Yep, I'm ready.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
God damn it, I barely started this, that thing's already appearing. Gosh darn it.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
Hello. Why is Monami just standing there? God damn it, Nagito! Why did you hurt? No, I cannot see you.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person,
We already know that.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh my, Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you?
He's filled with determination, that's what happened. At first I was just joking, but who knows? Seeing how she's finally, decided to do something, I guess just like me, she's a fangirl of Nagito.
You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit?
Oh, haha, I get it. That whole Japanese story about a girl who came from the moon and was stuck in the baboon story, baboon shoot or whatever it was. God damn it. I do not know the whole story, but I have a close idea.
Chesto!
Ouch. Nothing?
One more time!
Wow.
Jeez! How about this one? This will be my final blow!
Nothing. God damn, Monami. For once you're not just, being a comedy routine.
It's useless.
Yeah, this time she's not up to make the whole jokes.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
Oh, now you guys feel bad for Monami. I mean you. Well, whatever.
Right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who was attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake.
Yep, Nagito.
Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
Yeah, who did it?
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
I mean, I kind of see the logic there, but
That might not be it. Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Puhiku, calm down.
Say something so stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
Yeah, he's too much of a coward.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
Okay, let's see. What am I going to shoot? Let's see.
killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Okay. I have no idea how I'm going to figure out this one, but guess I'll try.
Because the killer tortured... No, that's wrong.
Oh, thank God. I was having trouble with this one.
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything. If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared.
What the hell?
I just realized it. It's a trap.
What?
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
What? Are you serious, Chuck, by what he called you? Guess duct tape?
If Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated. Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention.
Yeah, how is
This
he?
how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, they duct taped his mouth shut.
Damn it!
Then, after they killed him... Allow me to cut
Yes!
through those words.
There you go. My God.
No, there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
I'm an idiot. I was too focused on the fact that my sexy baby was dead. I didn't pay attention to anything. Ah, darn it.
What did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? You might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors.
No! Akane, no! Bad Akane.
Don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? You have a crush on him or something?
What the hell are you on about? I think mentally he must be.
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
Yeah, I mean, we even cry about, you know, how she opened it up.
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds. Which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so he wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
I mean,
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer? If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
We can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
I mean, yeah. So,
And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Which means it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Some kind of...
I mean, it's quite obvious what it is.
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect. Alrighty then, let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
My god, just stop it already.
It is.
Okay, let's see what it is. Yeah, the Monokuma panels.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
No.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
I don't think so.
Should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
No.
Opening the door caused.
Yes!
I agree with that.
I consent! It was the Monokuma panels thingies.
I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan!
Yes, I also am a fan of Japan, but still.
Not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels.
Yep.
A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line.
Like I said, it's the domino effect.
Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Except instead of dominoes, they use Monokuma panel.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
See, the domino effect, just like I said.
Domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
Yeah. That's basically what it is. Although, I heard there's a way to play that game. God damn it, there goes again that thing. Alright, I mean remove this. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, I heard there was a way to play those domino things, but I never learned. Oh well, I'm more of a just creating those things, just create a line and having them falling. It's fun.
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels.
Yep.
So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second. And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
I mean,
That's probably
They were
why
so
turned
close
off
to
the
the-
lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
yeah, but that's not just it. They were also very close to the door.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
Not just that.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
Oh, I think I know what it is.
I see!
It's the music. I didn't even think about that.
MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
Yeah, that's what I kinda heard.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
Yep, that's what you heard. God damn, Akane, you are just like an animal. You have a very good sense of smell, good hearing. God damn. Well, I suppose I also have a very good sense of smell. Although it sometimes comes as a curse. I cannot never go past the, those perfume houses. I always end up getting sick.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
Yeah, like I was saying. It was very close to the door. That's why that happened. Darn it. Do we really have to go through all the flashback thing? We all know what happened. God damn it, you saw it in your traps. Oh my god.
So the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
Exactly.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
Oh, so I was right. Everything was set up by Nagito. The killer couldn't have left.
If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
I mean, yeah, so if everyone else is outside and the only person inside was Nagito, that means that Nagito killed himself.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
You don't mean...
Hajime? What do you mean?
Yep, see? Oh, Nagito.
This is my answer!
That's right, the only one.
What if it was Nagito?
It was Nagito.
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
Not just the victim.
Oh my god.
What does that mean?
It means that Nagito also prepared
He
everything.
was the victim. And he was the perpetrator too. Maybe.
Again with the maybe.
You saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking also, but...
His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
Oh my god. But yeah, that's the worst part. If... Wouldn't that mean... Hold on, give me a second. Oops. Okay, this one. Okay, yeah, this is what I was saying. What if Nagito's arm wasn't, you know, tied up? Wouldn't that mean that Nagito was able to move his arm freely? I mean, it really did, you know, like Fujiko said, self-inflicted.
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember?
I do remember.
Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Oh my god.
Need to discuss?
Yes.
That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
I mean, we were talking about Nagito. Okay, here we go again. Torture wounds, burn up rope. Let's go for this one, I guess.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Wait, front tail?
Joke. Is that a dirty joke?
Front tail?
Actually tie up your own arms and...
There you go. Sorry for Hiko, but...
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
Not exactly.
It shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
Come on, the fire was strong, but not that strong.
Burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
I see.
Yeah, there you go.
Take a close look at his right sleeve.
It's completely clean.
Although the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
Wait, what? Sonia, are you... What?
That's definitely wrong.
Sonia, girls, when an Yakuza says that something's definitely wrong with you, that is quite something.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
Oh, what? Ladies!
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito.
Yes, I mean, I get that Nagito is gone, but you cannot just run and take over, try to capture, you know, Hajime just like that. God.
I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know.
it's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. Ah, that much is obvious.
There should be a way.
Tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
What the fuck? I got it. I mean, you didn't even give her any money.
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
What the hell? Yes, there is a way. You know, the Monokuma toy. The plushie. Here. This. He used the plushie. That's why there's a hole in there. Not because of others' loot thingy.
Nagito's right hand was free. How could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If you threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall,
What that's,
his hand that way?
I mean, Nagito is lucky, but not that to that point.
Expert? Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
Yes,
I agree with that.
that's how we did it. You prepared.
The
Oh, damn
life-size
it.
Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Hold on, let me see what time is it. Alright guys, I just checked the time and it's way over my time limit. So please like the video, subscribe, comment, hit the bell, and I see you all on the next video. Bye bye.